Knocked down for a loss back at the 40, call it the 47-yard line. Nick Baker, first man to meet him there for the Yellow Jackets.
Great tackle by Nick Baker. The nose, or I'm sorry, the defensive tackle doesn't really put a hit on Griego, but able to grab that jersey and just drag him down and wait for the other defenders to come on and finish the tackle. But great work by Baker.
From the gun again, Wood. Working the count. Now they're going to change the play and move. Looks like they're going to move Marion up closer. Now they're going to punt it on 4th down. Nobody back for the Jackets. Bounces at the 10, and they're going to down it inside the 5. How about that? Terrific play for the Gophers. At the 2, the Jackets will take over.
Well, that's a nice punt there right down the middle of the field, as you say, and putting Blue Ridge with their backs up against the wall on their first possession here.
Takes over possession deep in their own territory.
So Florence, despite the fact that drive sputters, a pretty good opening drive for them to pin the Jackets back under the shadows of their own goalposts. Now the Jackets set a man in motion, sets back up behind them. And they're going to go right side this time. I believe it's Penrod on the carry.
Yellow Jackets hand the ball off. 3-yard gain on the play.
They just hand the ball off to Lane Penrod off that right tackle, basically more than anything just to give them some room there up front.
So the Jackets lining up with 9:40 left to play here in the first quarter. And a 2nd down after they pick up about 4. We're kind of low in the stands. The stands, no room for us in the press box here in Florence. And so we are actually in the stands. And we get a timeout called here by the Yellow Jackets. 9:26 left to play. We'll step away. No score. Opening possession for the Jackets when we return. This is high school football presented by Hatch Motor Company on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing
Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
Penrod, who gets about 2 yards. So Florence doing a good job so far with those plays in between the tackles against this Blue Ridge offense.
Single receiver to the near side. They hand it off straight ahead. Johnson pushing the pile forward out appears the 20-yard line. And he'll get about 6 yards. And so a 3rd down and about 4.
Yellow Jack facing third down, tackle on play by number 56, George.
So the Yellow Jackets trying to get out of their own, out of kind of a hole here, and we've seen them be methodical about their running game, and now setting up in the gun. Looking to throw left side, and it is incomplete, right in the breadbasket and then out.
That was a great pass by the quarterback. And the intended receiver, Coy London, number 80, the tight end, was split out on that play. Couldn't bring it in, so it'll be fourth down here. But you can't fault the pass there by Wilkening.
To punt, the Jackets get a nice wobbly spiral that drives the return man back. Mathis at the 35, 40 to the 45, 50, has some room out across the 45, 30, and he's down the near sideline, going to be knocked down near the 18-yard line, and a penalty marker is thrown back at the 36. This may be coming back, but a great return by Mathis.
Yeah, and that flag came out early in the return, not too long after Mathis received that kick, so that usually indicates some sort of block in the back or holding, and that's what the call's going to be.
Near the side of the catch, signaled by the referee is an illegal block in the back against the Gophers.
We get a chance to hear the official for the first time tonight.
Black 60. 60, coach.
And
he's saying that's Garrett Mariscal, number 60 for the Florence Gophers.
George Daly is our official, and I think here comes the official score, or official call.
Lock in the back. Black 60. Still got first down.
All right, so from our white cap, the official call. And a 1st and 10 now for the Florence Gophers, but instead of being inside the Yellow Jacket territory, they go all the way back to their 26-yard line, call it. Set a man in motion now, throw to the right side, and it is caught. Good for a couple yards up the right side.
Blaine Hebuck, the corner, out on that side, coming up quickly as soon as that pass is thrown and makes the tackle, so limits the gain to about 3 yards. Good defensive maneuver there.
Ramsey Sevier on the catch. Has 2 at 2nd and 8. Now in the backfield, the pitch, or give, to
Griego.
And Griego going to be collared down.
And Baker, again, able to just rip through that block up front and quickly gets to the running back deep into the backfield to drag him down for another great tackle defensively for the Jackets.
So after the good gain of about 2 or 3 on first down, now it's 3rd down and 11. Looking to work Wood now. Flush, steps up, ball's loose. And who falls on it? No indication from the official yet.
That's going to stay with Florence. I believe the quarterback was able to get back on that ball. Took a great hit from, it looked like one of the linebackers for Blue Ridge as he was trying to cut through the line of scrimmage. Enough to knock the ball loose, but smartly able to get back on the ball. But regardless, Florence with 4th down here will drop back into the punt formation.
And Wood actually gets 2 yards on the play. Back to punt. And Griego with the rugby-style punt. It'll bounce at the 32 and goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line, where the Florence Jackets back. It'll be an 80-yard field for the Jackets on their second possession. So the battle's begun. Punt, both of these teams feeling each other out like a couple of heavyweights, throwing some heavy punches, but yet to break anything loose yet.
Right. Offensively, both teams not able to get rolling here with any kind of sustained drive. Florence probably benefiting from a little bit better field position with that great opening kickoff, but Blue Ridge working with the
North American Truck of the Year. Strong for all the roads ahead. Or find new roads with the all-new Corvette Stingray. Voted the 2014 North American Car of the Year. Visit Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low across from Safeway and at hornauto.com. You're at home with Horn since 1991.
Josh McCray, they sent 2 here to the near side. We welcome back our TV audience. Wilkening under center. Reset the back to the offset position on the right side as Wilkening throws. Caught! First down! Great grab.
Great catch by Nick Jones. Has to go up high, leaves his feet to catch that ball, but Wilkening also fortunate just to get that pass off with the backside linebacker blitzing and hitting Wilkening right on the release.
So a Horn Auto Center first down for the Yellow Jackets, and Nick Jones with a spectacular grab at the 24. And we want to remind you that tonight's contest is available online at iTalk1067.com. That's iTalk1067.com, where we think we're streaming. We've got a skeleton crew here in Florence and hope we've got things working like they should, but we'll find out. Pitch to Penrod. He sweeps left. He's got room. He has a first down and more as he gets inside the 15-yard line, knocked down near the 11. Marion on the stop for the Florence Gophers.
And again, that's another quick pitch out to the left. This time, Lane Penrod. Earlier, we saw Tristan Johnson find room out there for the Yellow Jackets. So far, that quick pitch, after establishing drives and trying to pound the middle, Blue Ridge smartly going outside that time and finding lots of room for the big gain.
Again, McCray wide here to the near side of the set. Wilkening under center with a slot on the right side. Now pitches to Penrod, sweeping right, cuts it up at the 15. He's got a couple of tacklers to drag with him out across the 10 to the 9-yard line. And it is Reggie Terry along with Carly DeVries on the tackle. And it'll bring up a second down and 8. So far, Florence been stingy on defense, but now allowing here on this second drive, the Jackets to take it down inside the 10. Second and 8 from the 9. Here's the snap, pitch to Penrod. Penrod hitting the backfield, going to be dropped for the loss. Great tackle that time by Anthony Formato. The 6'2", 197-pound senior got him in the backfield and dropped him for about a 6 or 7 yard loss.
And those are blitzing linebackers able to come through. In that case, I guess Formato, the nose guard, able to blow up the line up front and just get great penetration. That play had no go from the start. And Penrod just fortunate just to get out of the backfield, really, on that play.
And that may have been Milkey on the tackle. Max Milkey on the tackle for a loss. Rolling right, looking to throw. Wilkening, pump fakes, fires, and it's incomplete. And Garrigo thought he had it, and he does. He's got the interception. That ball was tipped, and Florence picks it off inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. How about that?
First and 10.
How about that? That, to me, looked like a pass that had been deflected, but somehow Griego able to get down and gather it up before it hits the ground.
Got his hands underneath it somehow without it hitting the turf. And so the would-be scoring drive turned away here by a stiff defense of the Gophers.
Well, and Blue Ridge has struggled a little bit this year in these early games of finishing drives when they get into the red zone, and that's another example with that turnover.
Hand to Marion. Marion hit at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard.
Short gain on the play, looks like a gain of 1. Ball carrier number 2, Arian Marion.
And looking for room up the middle. Garrigo has some room, slips the tackle, and gets into the secondary. Out across the 10-yard line. Nick Jones finally tackles him at the 13. Good enough for a Horn Auto Center. First down.
Good piece of running by Griego to find the space to get that first down, having eluded a couple of Blue Ridge tackles to get there.
as we get ready for the second quarter.
And that'll end the first quarter of play. We'll take a timeout. Back with quarter number 2, no score. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back. It's the Florence Gophers and the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, quarter number 2. And on the keeper, a tackle for a loss here as Julio Rando is going to be dropped for about a 5-yard loss. It'll bring up second and 15 for the Gophers.
Well, as you say, Camden, Julio Rangel that time on the blitz, able to catch that quarterback deep in the backfield, so a big loss there.
Looking to throw deep down the near sideline and has a man, but he underthrows him. Trying to come back for the ball that time was
deep pass on the near side of the field,
Ramsey Severe, and Severe interfered with, and the penalty markers come in. He's going to get a first down on the effort. Hebuck on the coverage.
Blaine Hebuck, the corner, on the coverage there with no safety help. Nick Jones, the safety on that side, had moved up either on a blitz replace or something, but he wasn't to be found, so that left Hebuck out there all alone on single coverage.
Signal by the referees is a pass interference call against Blue Ridge.
So it will be pass interference and first down for Florence here. I'm not sure where they're going to mark the ball yet. So they'll mark the penalty 15 from the line of scrimmage.
It was on this half.
See if we can get
and that result.
Chaser!
See if we can get the call here from the official, and turns into a Horn Auto Center first down for the Florence Gophers. Still no score here as we open the second quarter of action. Don't forget tonight's contest is available at iTalk1067.com. That's ITALK1067.com. And another tackle for a loss as Entrican gets into the backfield and knocks down Wood for another big loss on the sack.
You know, and that's something we didn't able to get to at the keys of the game, but that certainly is going to be a key tonight for Blue Ridge, is to put pressure on the quarterback, and Timmy Entrican coming off that defensive end in the backfield very quickly, doing a great job of doing exactly that.
Here's a snap. Fake the pitch, hand it straight ahead. And did the ball pop loose? Garego will be knocked down, but not much of a gain, maybe one.
And again, outside pressure from Entrican again, along with a great middle line surge. Couldn't see maybe the nose guard for Blue Ridge, number 50, Vince Friot. But the combination, very effective there in limiting Florence's offense.
Draw, fake the draw. Now throw down the middle of the field, and just overthrown is the intended receiver. I think it's Kyan Clough that time. And Kyan Clough can't come up with it. Just off of his fingertips, and a fourth down and a punting situation for the Gophers, just after it looked like they were going to get their offense going.
Well, and Blue Ridge a little fortunate there. That pass was, pretty accurate considering the distance he had to throw. The receiver able to get his hands on it, just couldn't pull it in. But that would have been a huge game for the Gophers.
10:26 left to play, second quarter, no score. Back to receive is Tristan Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. He'll pick it up on a hop, now fumbles it, now falls on it back at the 46-yard line. Looked like for a moment he was going to pick that on a short hop, but he somehow could not corral it in, and it goes backwards.
That's the case there. Tristan able to get his hands on it off the bounce, but I think took his eyes off wanting to run before he actually gathered it in. But regardless, able to retain possession with that Florence defense moving in quickly on the coverage.
Yellow Jackets had a scoring opportunity turned away, a Black Diamond Auto Glass scoring opportunity, turned away on an interception on a spectacular grab by Garego of the Florence Gophers. Handed to Tristan Penrod straight ahead, crosses the 45 out to the 49-yard line. They'll mark him back at the 48. And on the tackle, it's Orbitz, George Orbitz, the 6'1", 225-pound senior, makes the stop.
Let's go, BR!
Tied in on the left side.
Let's go, boys!
Slot lines up on the right side. Eye set behind Wilkening. Wilkening on second down and 6, takes the snap, handed off right side Johnson. Johnson up through the tackle hole and is across midfield into Gopher territory, knocked down at the 48. Just shy of a first down. Shane Mathis on the stop for the Gophers.
That's a trap play off on the right side, and Tristan Johnson doing a good job of setting up that block by going outside, and then with that quick cut upfield, finds a seam. And another good gain, but still a third down, and we'll see if Blue Ridge can sustain a drive here.
Clock approaching the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. Wilkening sends a wide receiver to the far side of the set. I believe that is McCray. Handed off right side. Penrod tries to push the pile forward. I think he's short. Needed to get to the 45, the 45-yard line. And I believe DeVries on the stop there, first man to meet him for the Gophers. He'll be short by a yard.
Looks like Blue Ridge will keep their offense in here with 4th and 1, and they're going to try to go for it in Florence, on this Florence side of the field here. Or they could try drawing off the Florence defense.
And now we get whistles, and the line judge is going to call the timeout for the Florence Gophers. We will step away with 8:22 left to play here in the second. No score. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Show Low.
Welcome back to Florence High School, and we apologize. We're having some technical issues with our video stream. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, although we do not have internet access here at Florence High School. They don't have internet access near their football field, and so we're doing our best to try to get mobile access, but so far it doesn't seem to be working. Johnson hurdles over a player and picks up a Horn Auto Center first down. Inside Gopher territory at the 43-yard line.
The case there, Tristan Johnson, second man through, able to just tiptoe his way through that small seam, finds some space and lunges forward for a great gain, gets the first down And this is pretty important here for Blue Ridge. You know, they need to sustain these drives, but then once they get into the red zone, that's where they've had difficulty this year.
Here's a snap, handoff right side, and fighting his way out across the 40 to the 35-yard line. And
Luis
a great
Rosales.
looking run is Rosales, and Rosales,
just a sophomore,
close to a Horn Auto Center first down. Rosales, a 5'11", 175-pound sophomore. We've seen him turn on the jets. He's got some fleet of foot to him. Pretty good runner for a sophomore.
Not bad at all. We saw him in an earlier game this year. In fact, I think end up being the leading rusher for Blue Ridge in a substitution role.
I believe that was the Walden Grove game.
Absolutely.
And fake the handoff, play action. Wilkening in trouble, gets away from one, but not the second. Great tackle. And shoving him down and stuffing him to the ground is Carly DeVries, the senior defensive lineman, 6'3", 200-pounder, puts his shoulder into Wilkening and drops him for the loss.
That's a big loss. You know, again, that was a situation there where Blue Ridge marching down the field. This doesn't certainly kill the drive here, but sets them back quite a bit here with third down and about 8 or 9.
6 minutes, 42 seconds left before halftime. Still no score. Jackets looking to put together a scoring drive here. They had one turned away inside their inside the Gopher 5-yard line on an interception. The only turnover of the ball game so far. Wilkening under center, sets his slot back in tight on the right side. Now he rolls right. Has some time, gonna sprint, now fires, has a man caught at the 22. Nick Jones to the 20, to the 20, to the 15, and he will be knocked out of bounds near the 15-yard line. And a Horn Auto Center first down for the Yellow Jackets.
That's a great pass by Wilkening. It looked like he would just tuck and run there, but kept his eyes downfield, just keeping an eye out for those open spaces and looking for receivers. And Nick Jones able to run basically entirely across the field to get open on that same sideline. And credit just great execution between Wilkening and Jones there.
Single receiver to the near side is McCray on first down and 10. Wilkening with an eye tandem set in the backfield behind him. Split backs behind him. Loses the handle on the football. Right after the snap, looks like Wilkening may have fallen on it.
And again, you know, not to beat a dead horse, but this is one of the things that Blue Ridge has struggled with this year. We've seen him get drives down into the red zone, and then for a variety of different reasons, whether it's penalties or just not, you know, great execution at the line of scrimmage, and in this case, a mistake, almost losing a fumble. They just have a difficulty of getting those good drives into the end zone, and we'll see if they can turn the tide here.
Second down and 15. Moving back inside is the slot back, and now they hand it to Penrod. Penrod goes straight ahead, not much there. Picks up 3 or 4. And the tackle's made by Anthony Formato, the 6'2", 197-pound defensive end.
Not much room there on that run for Lane Penrod. He's able to weave through that initial surge from the defensive front and had to do a little dancing just to get through them, and gets it back to where a long 3rd and 12 here for the Jackets.
There's the snap. Wilkening to throw. Steps up, in trouble, gets away from pressure. Now going to be hit from behind and dropped for a huge loss. And Formato going to sack him all the way back to the 28-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets now out of field goal range, facing a 4th down and a zip code.
So again, that defensive front for Florence coming up huge here so far in this game and limiting the effectiveness of the Blue Ridge offense and what they're trying to execute, especially down in the red zone. Anytime you can get pressure like that up front, defensively, it just pays huge dividends, and that's certainly been the case so far in this the game so far tonight.
Penrod flanking, Wilkening to his left from the gun. Fires left side, and it is almost picked off. And a good-looking attempt there at an interception. Marion had his hands on it, but let it go through his fingers, and probably wisely so, because now instead of having it inside their own 10, they're going to take over on downs out at the Gopher, call it the Gopher 28-yard line.
That's a great point, Camden. You know, we had actually a corner back underneath with a safety over the top on the receiver there against Blue Ridge. And, you know, had he intercepted that ball, they would have been much deeper in their own side of the field. But great defensive effort gets them the ball here in good field position.
Just under 3:40 to play before halftime, and no score here from Florence High School. They throw quickly to Marion off to the left side. He tries to turn it upfield, has a couple of yards. The penalty markers come in at the point of contact. And making the tackle,
Dominic West, the inside linebacker for Blue Ridge. Be curious to see what they call here. They're going to say holding against Florence.
Signal is a penalty. Looks like a block in the back. Signaled against the Gophers.
Let's see if we can get the official.
Back, number 9, red. We're going to have first down.
First down.
So the block in the back is called against.
And we have 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining until halftime. Don't forget.
The Florence Gophers, negating the positive yardage on the carry. 3.5 to play before halftime, and Wood from the gun fires left side and has a man open, but it is thrown too far towards the outside. The intended receiver, Chase Hall, the 5'8", 140-pound junior, can't come up with it off the fingertips.
Well, I'll tell you, Jared Wood, the quarterback, able to get that pass off, but I'll tell you, not right after he releases it, Julio Rangel coming from the backside on a blitz just lays him out big time.
And for those of you looking for the live stream, we apologize. We don't have it for you tonight, but we'll have it up as soon as we can, as soon as we can get it up. Chase Hall on the reception, Penrod on the tackle here.
Lane Penrod coming in support of the missed tackle by the corner, but good defensive effort all around there by Blue Ridge.
Clock approaching the 3-minute mark of the first half. No score. And 3rd and long. Wood going to be flush. Goes left. Now throws. Has a man, but he absolutely drops it. Kyan Clough, the senior wide receiver, had it in his hands and let it go. It was good for what would have been close to a first down, but he cannot hang on to it.
Well, I'll tell you, not only Blue Ridge dodging 2 bullets on that play, one, the drop pass that was right into his mitts, but on the backside post, they had a receiver wide open in the middle of the field. The quarterback couldn't see him. The safety's dropping the coverage there. But, you know, a receiver all by his lonesome in the middle of the field.
To punt is Garego. He hits a knuckleballer, and Tristan Johnson leaves his feet and dives for it, comes up with it. That ball floating in the air. A little bit tricky to catch. Thought he had it measured out, and at the last minute realized he needed to move forward, and he elects to dive head first and makes the catch at the Gopher 46. And the Jackets will go to a 2-minute offense here. This is what's going to be interesting here, Punt. Do they use the air a little bit more in this situation? 2:46 on the Gopher side of the field, still a lot of time, but wouldn't be surprised to see him throw in a few more passes here.
Well, if they do that, they need to find some pass protection for Wilkening, because that's been a soft spot so far with their offense.
Penrod motions out of the backfield. They pitch it to Johnson, and Johnson slips a tackle, gets away from another one, and dances his way inside the 45. Knocked down near the 40-yard line by Marion, and picks up about 6. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
Good piece of running there by Tristan Johnson, again setting up that trap block with a nice strong cut at the trap, and then having to dance around some linebackers just to get an extra couple 3 yards. So great run there by Tristan Johnson to leave him with 2nd and about 4.
And here is the handoff straight ahead. Johnson nowhere to go on this one. They stack him up at the 40-yard line. Mathis the first one there. Under 2 minutes to play now in the half. And now the Yellow Jackets, if they don't pick up a first down here, and I believe it actually Nick Jones on the carry, but if they don't pick up a first down here, now they got to worry about giving Florence too much time on the clock.
Exactly. This is a big play here for Blue Ridge. 3rd and about 4.
surprised that maybe it's too early to call a timeout if you're a Florence Gopher, but Wilkening under center, takes a snap, hands to Penrod, looking for a room around the right side. He's going to be stacked up at the 40 and pushed backwards. Maybe has forward progress to the 39. Seth Clough, the first one to greet him for the red and black. And we get a timeout called with 1:15 left to play here. We'll keep it here as the Gophers want to call timeout to preserve the time on the clock. And what do the Jackets do here, Punt?
Well, you've got 4th and 3, and you know, you could certainly kick it and try to get them backed up against your goal line. But that would depend on having a punter that can execute a punt like that. We haven't seen Blue Ridge punters enough to really determine, I guess, if they're that accurate. It wouldn't surprise me though if Blue Ridge does try to go for it here, because you know, on the defensive side of things, I think they have pretty good confidence in their defense and able to hold teams. At least they've been effective so far in this first half in holding the Florence club. The big thing defensively for Blue Ridge is to avoid any big plays, clearly, with just 1:15 going into the half.
So far, the Yellow Jackets have been in close games in 2 of their 3 games to open this season, and this one appears to be no exception. Tied at 0.
They may try also just drawing them off with a freeze count here to try to pull the defenders, but I'm sure the Florence coaches have talked to their guys about that as well.
They line up in a running formation with a full house backfield. They give to Johnson, and Johnson has room to run close to a Horn Auto Center first down across the 35, and he gets it to the 34-yard line. Mathis able to trip him up, but not before they get the Horn Auto Center first down.
That's a great piece of blocking on that left side by the Blue Ridge line, just blowing up, great line surge, finding a big gap between the defensive tackle and end that time.
There's the snap, hand it to Johnson. Johnson going to be wrapped up and knocked down after a gain of a couple, and Garego on the tackle for Florence.
And out to the near side.
And the clock's ticking, you know, with 40 seconds here. I'm a little surprised that Blue Ridge wouldn't try to at least put something into the end zone.
They don't, not really. They're electing to go with the huddle here, too. They do have a timeout. Here's the snap. Wilkening rolling right. Gets out. Now throws. And the lefty has a man, and it's batted down and almost picked off. Marion trying to pick it up off the turf that time. Can't get underneath it.
That's a really strong, hard pass by Wilkening there, but he had to put some zip on it, given the real tight window. And right when the ball gets to the receiver, a big collision between the receiver and defender. And then with the tip ball, looked like Florence might have a chance at picking it up off the turf. But regardless, Blue Ridge with another shot here with about 20 seconds left in the game, or in the half.
3rd down and 9. Ball at the Yellow Jacket 33, Florence 33. Wilkening from the gun, steps back, throws, left side, and it is picked off. Marion inside the 10 with 12 seconds left on this first half game clock. And so 2 interceptions in the first half have gone to the Florence Gophers. That was one of the keys to the game, as you mentioned, Punt, take care of the football. They threw 2 interceptions in their game last week against the Show Low Cougars that ended up finding them in a hole 14-0 early on in that contest.
Right, and that pass really underthrown by Wilkening, with the receiver basically just going vertical down the sideline, trying to get into the end zone. And clearly Blue Ridge, with just 20 seconds left, you want to get the ball into the end zone or close to it. But that ball way underthrown, and the corner able to step up and make the interception for Florence.
Florence getting set now. And on first down, Wood hands it to Garego. Garego bounces it to the outside. And Dominic West will stop him on the far side.
That's great defense there by Blue Ridge. In the prevent, you're sending a lot of guys deep, but credit that defensive box for Blue Ridge closing down that draw play.
No score as we go to the half. And interesting first half. We'll break it down for you next with a look inside the numbers with Mike Caldwell and also some halftime interviews with Brandon Todd when we hopefully if our technical problems are solved, we'll get to that. It's time now for the Sunrise Park Resort. We'll have that coming up next. This is Hatch Motor Company's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is now open every Friday to Monday through Labor Day weekend. Bring the family for a full day of fun and activities, including scenic cliff rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, tube slide, airbag jump, and more. Book your reservation at the Sunrise Hotel with beautiful views of the lake and mountain, or rent a boat at the Sunrise Lake Marina. And make sure you visit our general store for all your camping and fishing needs. For more information, please call 928-735-7669 or visit our website at sunriseskipark.com.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Hi folks, Gentry Hatch here. Let's face it, in today's world, there are a lot of tools out there to help you buy a car. An iPhone, Kelly Blue Book, the list goes on and on.com. At Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and Show Low, we know that you can and will find the best deal for you. We will even help you find it if you don't happen to have a smartphone, which I believe everybody does. Remember, no hassle, no pressure, simply the best in service and sales. Hatch Motor Company in Snowflake and in Show Low, and online all the time at hatchmotorco.com.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year? The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
When it's time to paint your home, it's time to trust Clark &
Are you guys there? Hello?
This winter with a free season pass. All they have to do is bring a canned food donation, take a scenic lift ride, recite a responsibility code. It's all happening on October 9th, 10th, and 11th from 9 to 4 p.m. Go to sunriseskipark.com.
Today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC.
The Gopher Band is Mr. Dave Potter.
Monday through Labor and activities, bike rentals, reservation at the mountain, or make sure you visit our for more information. 576skipark.
Economy, having Northland Pioneer future is quality education in the state. To prepare personal interest education.
Gets it too late. 5-3.
To visit Horn, Chevy, Silverado, North America, all the roads ahead. New Corvette North America Center on the Deuce and at Horn since.
Gophers off sustaining any, early some really great. They might drive. Blurridge comes up, stall that, Florence off. And it's, Blur first half, but he needed to scoring 0-0.
Rice Park second half. We apologize tonight, and also have not closer view shots.
By the five that are down there, probably a better half to very quiet. Acoustics here haven't had any touch during the game. Word for word, though, down on most of the first half over there. They are up, and I expect.
There's our kickoff. Want to kick off your in the state, and they're on this one. So at night to be the go reads. So we get set for a short kick line. Here's a snap. A little bit of room to.
Tristan up on the right 54 called a lot to Gophers. I know.
We'll have us. Our penalty is called. Somebody up from the two head.
Nick Jones for welcoming it.
On and about for the Jack Nation. That is Penn Johnson. 4-year-old Mathis center first.
Calling that time by Rod motion on her back to good Johnson there.
Excuse me, keep it. And a big has the horn out to the 42.
Right side, Nick back, and instead finds it only gets the first extra for here.
Sideline. Piled backward.
Trouble from time off to the holding on to the ball from front. And no room for Credit shutting down the bits. Number 5 coming up to Phil.
Set a man in, Penrod out of room to run. Side gets across. Getting up on, they lost him.
This time going the other ocean off to the Tristan Johnson. Not as big as last time, but good execute. Open up that hole. And Florida, they've got the backers.
To Penrod. 30 inside the third. First down. And Mathis, the sounder.
Rod, and now Barnes coming now down line, so they're putting Blue Ridge here.
First down. You mentioned try to stuff the Buck's got some he's found there.
Sousa designed to get hard, and that time about a 3-yard gain. Linebackers
with the snap, pitch it to Penrod for the loss. And several going, and then also.
Well, and when you put, and then it's that many 9 guys in the box for Florence, even threatened with a
offense. Calling signal, drops the football, exchange from.
But this year we've seen a case but since and up front, and they're really now getting back more towards the drive here at 4th down.
And Jones on big opportunity here. And Green near side, and it'll be a flag down the yard line. Turnover on.
Well, has been thrown. You have those pulls against Blue Ridge.
The Yellow Jacket try to get for going on to quarter. Coach London into the air in this here in the third. A lot of running, especially from officials. Sort they're doing. Official call from their 7-10 gun to Regal. He got the edge. He does. Now Penrod Regal fights his and Bo goes down for the goal.
The difference in that first cross that edge backer and get up
here to the near side. Clough towards pass picks up it on Kyron Clough. Would have been pretty critical.
Another mistake. Big play and the drop pass.
Look and down of effort that they're not to come back for.
Pretty much under 30 can to get past.
Wood looking for Rich Penrod line. Florence Gophers.
By Florence side of those out on those count. 2 big gains.
It is 4th. There you go. Hitting his way back down at the 40.
The cut through number 17. Just good tough. Keeping the.
Borrego bounces to the outside. Has another horn to the 30.
It's going off for Blue. They're not getting much to knock off of the second half.
Now Florence left to play. Third company's presentation. 6-7-1.
Orthodontist on the orthodontist since 2000. The friendly folks staff. Doctology, the custom tailored adults. Feel sports. Orthodontics. Love your.
How long you want it?
17 left quarter rather. They're their first in territory. Ball's to his sideline. Seconds.
Holding. Decline.
Blue Ridge territory. Blue Ridge causing a fort or so.
That voice official here tonight. Punt formation. By a bat. Ellis going to pick it up. 10 going to be at the 12. Mathis for the Gophers. A sophomore.
With Florence, at least 4 is down on.
There's a snap. Works it on the yard line.
Key for looking at who he led well, I guess, but regarding Tristan John.
On his tape, apply. Evan pitch to receive. Marker comes.
They're going to call a hold back against Blue. So they're Ridge blocking in.
Your third, no. And this game it's just been for punch. Seems to start one way or another. Craig coming all the way back inside from the jacket 9 down at 13. They motion Todd out of and there are the Gophers. They're him as he tries.
Guys in the it tough
throw now and just safety down Jones. Safety.
Smart play by Nick Jones. Sure, see the he waited literally a second.
200-pound
here. Jimmy Entrican to punt the ball here for
room here for him. 15-yard. The center and now a
ball on the field.
Yellow Jacket left to play here. This is a presentation of football and I.
Perfect. You got one of those.
Get your diploma classes at
Diamond Auto Glass Shop. Glass repair, windshield replacement for you and your car.
Full and camp now. The Yellow Jacket timeout will fourth down and they'll call it 4th and 20. Forced to punt out or end zone.
Yes, Timmy.
Entrican shy of the calls to say Florence. Going to reach 35 at the as he excellent field
by Timmy Entrican deep in his own. If of a return, them in great field position, a place they have really much of the place to start their drive.
The Gophers can catch Wood. Hard moves his.
They start out with a trip set to their motion, bunch up on that left out to that side set. So they do go
for him out to the left to the 20. Inside is Boger. Florence Gophers.
A big run. They go 4-9 space
to in time. Getting around the left, right in about 3 or 4 yards.
So while they discuss from your linebacker and credit doing exact rounds.
Hold. A holding penalty for the point. Foul. Now they can make it up. Trip set to it is. He tries to Colton tackles him.
They're playing great defense.
Second down. And spins him by a host of up from the pocket.
Defensively through that gap. Was tending to
scoreless quarter turn. Presentation of Hypany and Snowflake and worldwide.com.
The fireplace, grills, Ace is the best. Our weed eater, even Fix Hardware has a project. They locked out of your home. That's the place. For the White Mountain.
Labor Day weekend activities including sea rides, mountain tube slide, egg jump, and more. Information at the Sunrise Hotel. Beautiful views, or rent a boat at our general store. All your camping. For more information, please call 669.com.
Back to the camp's host tonight, Ridge High School. We are scoring. Facing a third and down the middle. Ball still he falls on it. It looked like the reception and turnovers at critical spot.
We talked about it really for both, allowing for this unity of the coming very close pass. Blue Ridge fumble recovery.
Quarterback for the, I believe, defense.
I think that was Gary Rosales, who they taping him on the sidewalk on that
graph of the 4A. Cat tonight around the right side trying to get Hebuck. Looks favoring his. Here by our see Hebuck back, but not the play here. But have to hurry the field. And 2 and sacked. And
coming in from seeing something.
10:07 quarter. We are
again Camden on that here.
Indication.
And I think that
against Florence. First down, Florence Gophers. Yellow Jackets, wide receiver, looking in under side. Head, not much.
Yeah, and staying with the game but second half, certainly something, an adjustment they so far, and defense behind them, so they're keep staging Blue Ridge.
Oh, Rosales gets loose, picks up some 30 yards. Gophers
down. I think the chains out.
Things.
Well, you know that had an opportunity decided the most of the season, but it's a recovery. Sorry, pull them back into
measurement. Chains right now. That
surprising. Florence stacking the second half, blew the ball, and more importantly, eating the clock down.
The fourth, out of Jones, back in.
19.
And
which would Wallace a snap.
That's what the feeling that. So it's a penalty. So we go 7 left on the carry for much there.
Understandable with this flooring myself here. They have in the safety everybody else.
Side is Rosales getting out across. I believe original line of scrimmage.
Flags. 2 of those as Blue Ridge.
See some Florence.
We got hold.
So stopped with seconds left. Fourth, no, which second occurred line. Oh, and it looks like
there it is. Florence.
So the big turnout, Garrett, 807 recovery for Gophers.
She gets some change quarter. Jones with where Wilkin, but at the snap.
Garrigo trying to a couple. Line, he gets out, gain of 3 in the gun. And Garrigo break on. He will be. It comes flying.
Coming up from
his helmet comes 6.5. On the foot, and Colton covered for the game.
A hard snap. Clough, wasn't not expecting it on it, and Blue Ridge. Second, the drives that position, finding ways to get all times.
7 remainder at 5. John gets to the outside, and he loses a 2nd and 12. On tonight, Walden Grove outbounds with no Globe Miami. Look around to our post-ski and sports store. The Donics called here.
After
procedure, the yellow at half the
bridge at about there from our angle.
Sitting. 7.5, like they may be. And Ian thrown in a slant. I running up.
That was between quarterback. Continued to run back who read the but drops easy picks to hold on to that.
In a third, right, banging his way there, and the tackle. And Brown Jr. to the first down. This will be forced. Seconds left on the out of their end zone. Boomer make the fair 41-yard short field for the Gophers. Back and forth between end zone yet.
At least for Florida, the field at times now has Blue around and with big score touchdowns, to get those key, and that's what's so far.
There's a snap. Tackle gets away from close to a
fighting through defenders that moving through the jersey on a host of others.
Fresh set of down, backing up in the gap to the right side. There's Hall, 4 or 5 for Florence. I think, don't forget, and off right's the second there. They're going to take it over. Recover.
Garrigo slow to get up because of an injury, because he's just for these Gophers back into his defense.
Garrigo get the blow in 2 and 3 games. Yards rushing, yards per carry, yards per game. He's had a to the 3.5, trying to go up the.
Or some, but running back that tying up, I think just to get back. Yeah, let's credit. They've been doing well on mistakes a lot.
2:50 game clock, and for the Yellow Jacket, it's a snap, drop. Now he's trying down around the 0, I call, and they force it with them with here in Orlis, nation of high school football. Talk 106.
Local sports interest. White Mountain by local high sponsorship will keep us up and provide you.
In today, education is here to help you. It's committed to provide with the lowest variety of events for or associate earning your G.
For more info.ed.
Yes, Jackets out. Rosales late on the tag. The official. Wait, how? See if the. And so means but out there.
I mean, the only thing intentionally when Botter tackles for Florence, they're pretty perplexed. So to talk to the ref that.
My time. It doesn't sound like they're talking. Well, I don't know what we're talking about, so probably not, and then let us. But we do want to thank this brought to you in part Octopus Car, Black Diamond Auto Honda Medical Center. It's a big thank you to Show Service and sale to Gentry for the opportunity contest. A Jackets in trouble. Loss here. Going Dak Jones, 5'11", 160 out.
And again, I was going to say, who we plays here in this ailment, him from playing pretty much the entire half.
Florence serve clock left to play. Carlos and field again after fake it here.
You know, Blue Ridge has been pressed, and they may with a little bit to put some points up on the board.
Shot by our camp. Deep snap. End over. Florence hit 5 if they didn't get points. Goose egg. 4 yet. If Florence can put.
You know, I got the first half in the adjustment defense. The Blue Ridge one kind of forced her job. Has half. Florence offensively mixing in number 20 Diego's as well. So he drive here.
Pat, our receiver screams 75 yards. Calls forced out of bounds of midfield 46. Call it the second down and 3. Goes deep. Side. Miller throws it. Picked off. Almost.
That's Blaine Hebuck make an adjustment. Start backing Beaver for Florence.
That's right. Give it to the 50. Tackle the Yellow Jack.
Very good on fourth.
Lost his
jersey. All tackles that blew through the game.
9-yard line. 2 first down for the officials. This. On the Florence Coronado Center. We'll see if our short by a yard, a half a yard. Camera crew got to get too shy. A yard to go. Jackets contortion. Snap. Scrimmage and he leans. Coronado.
That's just a full scrimmage. You know, it's the gap. Bust loose.
Wood hand it off. 50.
Tackle. Nose guard for Dobb, but just cut.
Seth Clough. Check. Throw again. Has the air. And by. He came down.
It bounced off receiver. It wasn't hung high for around it together.
Goes up for us to receive it. But in trouble. Hard back to the line. Echols down in the clock. Seconds to go. I think they're going to run and give the Jackets. Look like the Jackets are going to. So that'll be the regulation. Forward 4. This is of High School Worldwide on iTalk.
Let's face it, to help you buy. The list goes on. Snowflake and we'll help you find. I believe. Escher, simply for company and snow the time at.
Dealer has been provided and the entire white. If you need braces, Ontics, and meet the latest in ortho patient individ treatment plan is a proud sponsor of Ontics.
That sun. The plans 3 seconds and 1 more play. They send 5 left side and 10. Williams with it. Regular quarter right after station and worldwide.
Time to visit whole new Chevy scene North America. Strong for all the roads ahead. All new Corvettes. Voted the 2014 North America Center on the Way and it with horns.
High school, you see the meeting for the over. Both teams will headline to score, get the ball first to figure that out. Caldwell, the information.
You can remember, I think, and actually have the ball 4 downs to score, and the other team will have
the far side there, getting the jack. He'll discuss.
Real quick, if this is kind of the flow, say, advantage in game going between the tackles made, and they're in the much Blue Ridge, I should say, and then run more and also go to their game with if far in the second half. Florence here.
Momentum has to the Florence Gophers. For an update, Payson 16-12.
Right. So offense, defense. All right. You can't advance forward, Pat. You can't advance.
In and out, official there. He maybe turned instructions he didn't watch. Along with, I believe they're going to do it on the field, which to audio for it. I don't even know if Kinley's. Oh, Kinley's can't hear us. Decided not
playing football with her dropping like.
It's been one of the. It's center field of the overtime. I didn't see out. Will said that is.
I'm going to say they have probably winning that electing bridge to start. Could come down to a kick. Thing we have not seen yet at all. Any field when they come down, they feel they can.
Here's that the toss. Yellow. And the Jackets are open. Play.
Not sure what happened. Scrimmage, but I don't think the end zone. 9 defenders in out.
I think
great calling something.
Extra point. Here's the and it's good. To nothing. Overtime. Period. Back at it now. They do period. Able to. We'll see what both teams will get on the field together and again and play here. Shot there. Goal with 76 behind him. Yellow Jacket. And they only get one overtime out.
And you heard it, Bridge coach, who helps both offense and sideline upright or what I've been calling that. You know, if you're going to take time to do.
Jackets, and then one scores it overtime. Jackets get set. Florence fan coming to life. Bad in trouble. Your first one up.
Post the defense set up by that high snap. Just
call it the end zone. On the floor for one. Coach Scott Howe go for one.
Pass there. Receiver coverage by around by the.
And it is tied overtime, and that is 5-1100. Over that punt.
That big sense of momentum is taking away the momentum up with the big pass.
It's like fourth straight game moved up to here and suiting them very. Just takes tonight. For your other game, we've got Grove and tonight. There and no game to the Low High School to face been red hot their overtime us and another second over to
win that out first.
Play to score is out tonight for the Florence Jackets. Had after a ball comes up with it now gets the pin is made. Yellow Jackets after they had the game regroup to score overtime. Wood in the gun. Garego. They're going to Garego. Bounces the hurdles a player. Bold touchdown. Score of the night. Punt. To score the foot.
Pretty much all game that time though. So clearly, Surridge not able to dig hole for runner of the ball.
Sorius by the as does on the point. The Blue Ridge kicker did the through this half the kick or we'll talk captain. Extra point, that Jacket off. So time scores the last 3 games. Alden Grove's down and they might, and they have 3 games to back plays. Bennett quarterback, him in the backfield. DeVries
the same exact that time. Florence, right? Backers and line mistaken. They only got split man. They're Florence defense.
Tight left, slot right, cuts it. DeVries down and back to the 11 from the 11 down to 2 left.
And that quick pitch.
Yellow Jacket timeout. And we'll keep it here. Final 2. Blue Ridge can to tie. We want to say thanks to our Pine Top Heat Rice Park, Resistibus Carwood, Orthodontics, Honda, College, Summit Medical Center, our company, our and Services Company, and Snowflake. Great deal. This deal is Motor Company. Show after the gun. Parker's yes. Came over the back. Johnson, receiver there. McCray and the Florence came down. The distance to the goal. First down, though. So they should get officials talking it over. Overtime. Many overtimes.
We go down.
Audio not working, and I think we would go down. Not an automatic period. It's not. Is it? Play third down. The down back. Half the distance. Up at 3rd and 2 right. Looks now right. Penalty flying in. Now down. Marker is thrown. And a preliminary call against Ridge. So this one, reception in the end zone.
They push tough, even be way back
to 4. The fraction occurring it back to the 10.
So in Florida, where we had seen spread out there, I wouldn't be surprised. Quarterback
to run here. Inch deep. Towards the end zone. Yellow Jack. It's Inch.
There's also a throw under for Florence. Puver reception, and Inch saw the loose ball. Crazy
what
game.
A big game. Time has proven. We're going to asking the instead of playing way more exciting than the and John, and now we'll to or kicking the field row. What do you do?
Choice, but
go for the win.
And out. Teams have used period. 14-15. Jack and 4. And is it? They just keep going. It's Gophers for the down here. They lined up with 2 and for the at Florence. Squeaker. Their record alive. Proved a 4. Lost a game. Jones under center. Tied into the left. And hand. Conversion. Flare, and we get players made it. And it up 2 points. The moment we'll find the officials. Okay, play was Jack from the Florence. 15. What has short of kids to setting penalty. 5th this outdoor ski and Donix live line players here at iTalk 106.
Monday through the fun and activities, bike rentals, reservation at Mountain. Make sure you visit for more information. 57669. Our website. It's
a lot of tools out on Kelly Blue at Hatch Motor Company that you for you. We want to have a smartphone. No hassle, and sales, and online.com.
Joshua Beeler and Sholo and the 6. If you Beeler Orthodontic and his team have the work with each patient, effective treatment orthodontics is a Beeler Orthodontic.
Changing economy. Northland for your future. The highest quality cost in the state. We offer a variety of learning classes.
Go online. PC.
Welcome back to Florida. Coach of the Gopher Station with his disappointing loss of the weekend teams delivered tonight to be in their season. They remain on the season. They've here against for a 5-point victory. Living right or something.
Victories, last week and all very reflexively to be able to into the end zone and then move the ball with the exception of just continuing. Yeah, games to be close. Coach London, not a club. It's a guided Sholo, but I think you also have, like said, would be one of the reasons for doing that.
Special thanks and kick off your college. We didn't have a mention of them. If you get a chance, check out what they have stuff for those that need an education, but there's other classes, whether you're interested, whatever it is, check it and get at end. Always thank you to Black Diamond Auto for Black Air at the end. Black Diamond touchdown spot. Outdoor skiing, Honda Outdoor on your camping and fishing gear and sports store. And struggle with this.
Early in the game, running the ball, of course, but God, I need to find out. The front defensive line for Blue. Mentioned that would be their game tonight. Is put quarterback. I don't know how many times we saw 3 of them in the deep. I got to say with this in Penrod and a victory. I think if we deservedly so, it's hard to find the football then. But and down pass. Grant, there was not that pass to do that, but he did the punts. He at least that Billy caused a lot of problems for just to keep Bludge some key turn on the Florence close to the end in his performance. I'm on defense and some key play, and it's to Hunter. But in a game like this tonight, 0 tie, those punts that have been made off what I'm rolling the jack light his performance.
Our hawk at final.
Great observation. Actually, almost a punt return. Punting. That was a huge catches that he or there's nothing time when he made those.
Honda Highway 2 the Casino and in Sports Store sponsorships. Last scoreboard. Coolidge tonight scores in 19 with Frida over 2-6. Score Diamond Auto Glass free chip knife. Straight line play easy for us. It's 2-point and Lane picked the line of screen zone to get the score. A 2-point can win the ball game. Our old straight line play mile out to our sponsors Heber and Zort Coronado and Beeler, the Indian Pine Refuge, and some company in Snowflake. And tonight, unfortunately, students, but all of them from Show Low High. And Mike tonight, Lee Caldwell, sidelines, Brand producer Mike Ruddy, and the whole crew. I will have the high school 50 here on iTalk 1 and iTalk111.com. And tickets win it here tonight. So long.
World, there are a lot and iPhone.com. We know the best deal if you don't have us. Remember, best in service and in ShowLow.co.com.
This provides the fire services, tinting. We're here to pan car.
Voted 2014 North American year. Strong. The roads ahead. New roads with a voted the 20. Visit Horn across from. You're at home.
Hatcher. Let's out there to help you Blue Book, the list company in Snow can. We will even help on which I no pressure. Hatch Motor Company all the time.
All right, you ready for some baseball?